front of us, those pictures coming in live from the site of Anna Hazare's protest, where thousands of people across India have flocked to be a part of it. And you can see at Jantar Mantar, that is of course Kiran Bedi, who has supported this movement from the very beginning, holding up that notification, which is what the people have been waiting for. It is the final indication that the government has given in to their demand, to their voice, have agreed to allow civil society members to be a part of the drafting committee for the Lokpal bill, which will address corruption. Anna Hazare's anti-corruption crusade has really reached levels which we have never seen before, not only on the ground across the country where people have flocked to be a part of it, have joined him in his hunger strike, but also on web communities, on Facebook, on Twitter, where Anna Hazare has been a visible presence. In fact, he has been the symbol which has called people from all walks of life, from in fact housewives to students to businessmen to engineers to everybody has just come together. There has of course been this huge backlash against the levels of corruption which seem to have been emerging over the last 1 year or so, and this is what it has really all culminated in, this movement which has seen itself come to order in that final word from the government that they will in fact allow Anna Hazare and his supporters to have his way. Let's go over now to Kashish, who's at the spot right now, getting us all of this action. Kashish, it's really quite a remarkable scene. It's something we haven't actually seen for a very long time. A group of people celebrating the people's victory. Now, something we haven't seen for quite a long time. It's really the people's victory in a remarkable sense. The government having given in to those demands after those 5 days of Anna Hazare's hunger strike. Well, it seems like there's some technical trouble there, but we will of course get you, our reporters on the field who've been tracking the story for the last few days. But for now, just take that image in, because for the last couple of days we have been bringing you reports about that protest. We've been bringing you that voice which has been talking about a crusade against corruption, which has been saying that corruption needs to be addressed not just by governmental committees but by the people themselves. There has of course been several debates about elected members, whether they should be part of it or not, nominated notable prominent citizens, whether they are supposed to be a part of it or not. But of course it seems that finally the voice of the populace has prevailed, with the government saying that they are willing to listen to Anna Hazare and his fellow activists' demands. They have brought in that new change, a notification in fact being issued by the government of India right now, saying that there will be civil society members in the drafting committee. This of course includes some very prominent people indeed, Shanti Bhushan, Prashant Bhushan, of course Anna Hazare himself, as well as several other people who will work alongside the government, alongside people like Pranab Mukherjee, Kapil Sibal and Veerappa Moily. Another person who of course will be a part of this is the retired Supreme Court Judge Santosh Hegde, who has done this on a state level already, someone who's very familiar with the processes. He's been the Lokayukta and he knows the kind of work that needs to be put in as far as this kind of addressing issues of corruption, particularly as was pointed out at various levels in the highest echelons of the government. That is something that they have been mentioning, saying that in a purely government committee formed and drafted bill, this is something which may not get addressed. The Lokpal bill, which was already in draft, may not have enough teeth. They did of course present an alternate bill at the beginning. There were demands that be accepted, but it seems that the government is willing now to compromise, to put that bill together. Our reporters of course telling us that the deadline to finish the drafting of this bill is June, so they don't actually have very much time, about a month and a half, putting those two drafted bills together and coming up with a comprehensive whole that will allow them to come to an agreement that will be presented of course in front of Parliament, which will then be ratified. Remember, India has been waiting for the Lokpal bill for nearly 60 years. It's been something which has been brought up repeatedly. There have been drafts and redrafts and it's never come to fruition. Is this going to be the big opportunity? Look at those people on your screen in front of you coming together from all walks of life. It may well be.
Ashish, it's indeed been such an absolute celebration of people's power, a movement where politicians were in fact not even allowed to share a stage with Anna Hazare, where people came forward spontaneously. And indeed, those victory celebrations are echoing around the country. Jantar Mantar may well be the hub, but we're seeing similar scenes in Bombay, in Kolkata, in other cities as well. Rashmi Rajput, in fact, joining us now from Mumbai with more.
The reptiles of victory in Delhi is felt here in Mumbai. People, around 42 people here in Mumbai were on indefinite hunger strike. They had joined Anna Hazare in his crusade against corruption. You can see now they are rejoicing. They are having their first meal. Ma'am, how do you feel about this?
Oh, great. It's exhilarating and I've never felt like this before.
You were on a hunger strike. You've been eating after 5 days. What kept you going?
The spirit of Anna.
That kept you going. Are you happy with the meal?
Not the meal.
The notification.
Demands have been met and I'm sure it will bring a big change.
You can see they are fluttering the Indian flag. They are rejoicing. They've also put a screen there to keep a check on what is happening. I'm also joined by one of the Bollywood personality here who have been a part of this movement. Ma'am, how do you feel about this?
I just feel that finally India and the people of India have won a great battle, but the journey continues from here. And I really want that people should fight at every nook and corner against corruption.
The people from all walks of life, people, youngsters, elderly gentlemen, people from Bollywood fraternity coming in and joining this movement. Somewhere this is history making, and this particular place, Azad Maidan, was the ground zero of the crusade against corruption here in Mumbai. With camera person Dinesh Mehmane and Rashmi Rajput for Ndtv.
Where is he? Right, Rashmi Rajput reporting from Mumbai, where there's very similar scenes, spontaneous victory celebrations now around the country. Just a bit, this is about the victory of the people, and we'll get those voices once again, but it's just after 12 on a momentous day. And for all those of you tuning in, here's a look at the headlines first.